Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I created Magic and Miracles for all of you people all around the world, for people of all walks of life to be able to achieve their manifestation goes. All the information from me is below. Please understand that in order to be in my coaching, you first need to book a 1 hour session during which we discuss your objectives, what you want to achieve in coaching, and we get to know each other. If upon completion of that session, we both decide that we're a good match, then you need to put yourself on a waiting list by pre-booking a package called the signature package, in which I recommend 2 to 3 months in coaching with me. This is the procedure going forward. You will also need to sign a coaching agreement. It's attached to every single package. It's also available for download on both of my websites, attached to YouTube as well as underneath in the description. And if you have any questions before booking the initial mandatory session, you can by all means reach out to me via both emails that I have below again. Okay, I'm unlike any other coach that you've met. Why? Because first of all, I'm very direct. I will not sugarcoat the truth to you. I'm very well aware of how most coaches operate and plaster copy and paste methods that unfortunately do not work. And I'm sure they're aware that they do not work, and they still proceed with that. I go directly to the method that is the only method, and that is you, my darling. Okay, I am deeply interested in the person who's coming into my coaching. I process all of the emotions after we cover your history, that is. I start with your childhood, adolescence, all the way up until today. I'm interested in everything. Why do I do it so meticulously? Because I want to understand your blueprint, these ideas that you're coming into coaching with that I need to then rewire. Everything is interesting to me. There is no such detail that is not, because it literally lets me into your world, into your mindset, into the picture that you're living right now. I'm sort of a detective this way. I went to college for journalism, and it certainly helps me in this capacity. And then and only then we proceed to process the emotions. Now, the emotions, they do need to be processed. Why? Because chances are you've been piling on like a hoarder. Okay, in most cases, don't feel bad. Most people do this. They never address the issues that really deeply bother them. Okay, and I equate this, one of my analogies starting out on this channel like over 2 years ago, I equate this to literally being a hoarder, having a pile of garbage in the middle of the living room that you never took out. And this really needs to happen for you to invite beautiful guests, drink champagne if you're a drinker, or maybe some kind of, juice or lemon water, and eat caviar, listen to beautiful music, essentially experience the joy of living. Okay. The other thing, most mechanically, what it means is that you're detaching from the past timeline that you've been living up until now, and you're allowing yourself to quantum leap into another timeline in which you're living out the dream life, the life that you really want. You have your SP, you have your career, you're happy, you're satisfied, etc. Once that's done, then we focus on manifestation. Okay, you're not going anywhere without the first 2 steps, even though, again, I know not all coaches do it, far from. They just want to plaster these copy and paste affirmations, copy and paste methods, visualization, blah, blah, blah. None of this will work. Please understand that. If you don't know yourself, you are the method, and I'm working tirelessly on every single person in my coaching to rewire them, to rewire their thinking, rewire their beliefs, rewire their emotions. Now, we meet 3 times per week. Everything's recorded for posterity, for your notes, etc., for you to rewatch later. But essentially, this is the curriculum, and 2 to 3 months is the time that I need for you to spend with me. On average, could take longer. 2 months could also be just enough. It depends on your personality, depends on your journey, etc., etc. Okay? If you have any questions, again, please either comment below, but best thing is to email me. So today we're going to talk about, today's going to be the best video in my estimation that I've ever made. This is actually why I wanted to create SP videos on my channel to begin with, like 2.5 years ago. It made me want to create videos because I saw what's out there. Once I started getting asked by people who were viewing my content to talk about SPs, I was frankly horrified by what's available out there because there's a lot of misinformation out there. So this video will really set it as clear as possible for you, what it is that you need to do. Okay, so tell your SP, the subject of today is tell your SP to come and get it. Now, I'm making a note a little bit here for myself for later because as I'm beginning to talk, the channeling process has begun, don't you know? Because I channel on this channel, as most of you know. So the importance of doing the work on yourself cannot be overstated, and I know this sounds like a broken record by now for all of you, but here's why. My understanding is that you want to attract a different kind of version of your SP. Not the one with the third party, not the one who ignored you for several years or a year or decades maybe in some cases. Not the one that had an issue, not the one, fill in the blanks. Understand mechanically what has been happening thus far. You are in no position to create any differently if your own life is a shit show. I've said this before, but I'm saying this like plainly. Some of you, not for nothing, don't have your life in order, okay? Your living situation is not up to par. You're not making the money that you want to make. I mean, you name it. It's like your vibration is not stable. It's not secure, like a Central Park oak tree. Laura P's favorite expression. Hi, Laura. And you expect of yourself to come out and be this magician. How? I don't know. It doesn't exist. You're not going to get this through 300 million videos. You're not even going to get it from watching my videos, even though, listen, I've heard otherwise, and that's very flattering and blah, blah, blah. The idea is the work on yourself that you do. You're not only doing it on yourself, you're doing it on everything else that surrounds you. Capisce? Hai capito? In Italian. On everybody, not only just your SP, your career, your business. Why is that important? For this very reason, darling loves, because if you're not changing, they're not changing. If you're changing and if you're becoming this superstar version of yourself, and you don't actually have to become a superstar, this is just an expression. When you're becoming this energy, this SP is just going to come naturally with this energy and with this reality. But if you're solely focused on SP only, not addressing your life, not addressing your living situation, not being your own person, not having enough love for yourself, not forgiving that SP, and all sorts of other issues that I'm sure you're watching right now and you know what I'm talking about. You're not going to get anywhere. Why? Because you're going, if you are going to manifest them back right now as it is, you're going to manifest either a similar situation that you already don't like around them, with them, what you name it, or even a worse one. So what fun is that? You created them out of the emotions of your past. This situation that right now really hurts you, really bothers you. Understand, nobody's really to blame, but the past circumstances that have conditioned you to not love yourself, not appreciate yourself, not believe in yourself, ultimately ending up in the situation that's really uncomfortable for you. But it's you who created it out of those past beliefs and assumptions and blah, 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 blah. This person is not responsible for how you create your reality. And therefore, they're not responsible to come over and make you whole. Only you can make you whole. Understand this once and for all. Only you can make you whole. How? Through working on yourself, through understanding how and why, what triggers you, why are you reacting this way, why are you thinking this way about money, why are you thinking this way about romantic relationships, why would you put romantic relationships on a pedestal, and on it goes. Now a lot of you, and I'm working, with a lot of clients who have, for example, there's a parent, usually a mother or a father, who was, really created this influence that's detrimental to you today. The self-belief isn't there. There's a money block. There's a self-esteem block. There's a confidence block. But all of this is your show, darling. You need to create your show. You need to start creating avenues of making more money, making your living situation one that really pleases you and you're happy there. Okay, making that money, creating that wardrobe for yourself, making changes that are healthy for your body and your mind, etc., etc. Going to coaching with Anna, perhaps, okay, etc., etc. And then getting to your SP with a Central Park oak tree kind of stable energy. And then my videos will so make sense to you, because it's like this. It shouldn't be this arduous process. It is not. That you're making it in your mind an arduous process, it's a different story, because from the vantage point of where you are today, yeah, for shit, sure, it's fucking arduous. Because in that reality that you occupy, in that timeline that you occupy today, it is fucking arduous. Because you're still under the kind of like the ruler of all of these insecurities and lack of confidence, and in lack mentality, period. Okay, so this fundamentally has to change. The second thing that I really wanted to say is that I'm not this coach of the internet, okay, who's going to tell, in all of my years, for 10 years I've been a coach, and I've never copy and pasted my methods to different people. There's a certain structure in my coaching. There's certain things I absolutely need to go over. Parenthesis here, I also teach you energy work, which literally, catapults you to another level of creation. You really understand that it isn't about the 3D, it's about the 5D, your imagination. But I'm not one of these coaches who's going to plaster these expressions like, you are the operant power, you are the operant power. Okay, parrot, coach, calm down, sit down, drink some chamomile tea. You need common sense when you're manifesting. Okay, am I the only one talking about it? Different situations, you're coming from different situations. So sometimes an action in 3D is necessary. As an example, if your darling SP happens to be with the third party and you're still people pleasing him or her, or you're still kind of feeling like you need to accept breadcrumbs, or you feel some type of way, you need to change that. You need to cut that shit off. Oh, you're choosing the third party? Have a nice day. Why would you diminish your own light and continue accepting this treatment when the proper thing in this situation is to cut them loose, and then go to the drawing board and start, working on your manifestation. But putting up with abuse or putting up with a humiliating situation, all the while that they've chosen somebody else, let them choose whomever. You don't care about 3D, but you also don't play into it. You don't continue playing into it, all the while it's like black on white. It screams disrespect towards you. Why on earth would you do that? Why on earth would you also, in case of career or money, sit there and wait for inspiration? You already have it. Chances are there's certain things you're attracted to. There's certain things that you can take action today on. Whether you're afraid or not, I don't fucking care. You know what? Get used to it. Fear is part of life. Whether you let it deter you from your goals or not, that's another story. You think, I'm never intimidated by certain things or change or this and that. I just get used to it. I got used to it and I don't let it deter me. So rather than meditating for 8 hours a day or looking for a sign, you are the fucking sign. You take action on your business. You pick up that phone. You write that email. You go after your dreams. Under no fucking circumstances. Are you listening? Under no fucking circumstances this guy or girl should become your god. This is when you're in trouble. And a lot of you, I know, again, I'm speaking to these people who literally made a god out of this person. And you wonder why the scales are not even. This is why. Listen, in my coaching, I'm entirely on your side, and I would rather the scales be tilted in your favor. But if you're making a god out of this person and you're saying to yourself, I don't need to do any of these things, I just need my SP. Good luck. I want to tell you, good luck. If you don't want to better your life, you don't want to, tend to upgrading in any shape or form, understand that fundamentally, the way that the universe is constructed, it ain't happening. Capiche? It ain't happening. I always wanted to have a southern accent. It ain't happening, darling. How did I do? I'm sure I'll get some comments. Maybe not on YouTube, but my phone will blow up for sure. So you have different situations. Don't ignore them. Not everything is, let me manifest it back or let me unmanifest. No, sometimes there's action needs to be, okay? Instead of like dreaming of $1 million, how about get inspired, get into the inspiration mood? I talked about the incense, and by the way, crown chakra, also from psoriasis, crown chakra, frankincense, and amber. I forgot about those. Beautiful, beautiful incense. But the best ones in the live, unless you missed it, go watch it, the last one. And we'll have a live coming up this Saturday as well. You need to take action. If somebody's in your face, meaning like literally disrespecting you, literally it feels humiliating for you to be in this situation, you don't just turn your cheek. You say something. You say no. You honor your divinity. You honor your golden Buddha status and be like, bitch, please, you think you can treat a golden Buddha like this? Fuck you. Your SP will fall off the chair. Okay, they will have their jaw on the ground. Why? Because probably, I bet you money, almost with 100% certainty, 99% of my clients, I know this, are people pleasers. So you're people pleasing all along. This is all not for people pleasing. This is for you, darling. This is for you to achieve greatness. This is for you to never need coaching again. This is for you to never watch another fucking manifestation video. This is for you to understand who the fuck is in charge. If you're going to rely on somebody else to come and save you, you're always going to need that. And you know what? Again, if you're manifesting with this needy energy, like you need it, like you need that sum of money, like you need that SP to show up and save you, seriously, good luck. Good luck. You don't need anybody. You don't need anything. And that is not to say that you're not going to get it, but it's the other way around. This is your world, motherfucker. This is your world. You are the golden Buddha. If somebody's not respecting you, if somebody's not honoring your greatness, you need to act accordingly. And I don't mean, be rude or anything, but they should be honored to have you in your life. So certain adjustments, they're fucking necessary. You should be able to attract all this effortlessly. But when you're idolizing your manifestation and putting it on such a pedestal, completely fucking forgetting that this is your world and everything is according to your rules in a benevolent way, of course, always. But it should come to you. The very mechanism of the way that the universe operates in some of your minds, it still needs to click in. Okay, you are the method. You need to produce the vibration of being the Central Park oak tree, completely stable, unshakable. I am the hottest shit on earth. In my world, I am the hottest shit on earth. Just like that. This is not narcissism. This is just pure self-love. It's about fucking time for you to come out and honor that. And if you don't have that, reality will continue mirroring back to you what you fucking doing in your mind. It's like James Allen's quote, you think in secret, but it comes to pass. Reality is but a looking glass. I think it's James Allen for sure. You, all your thoughts, stop pretending that you're not creating this. The victimhood of this needs to go. I'm all for being human. I'm all for being even dramatic at times. All for being emotional. All for being expressive. But make use of that. Yeah, come out of your dramatic mood and be like, but fuck, I'm still the golden Buddha. Even after having a cry, even after maybe being angry, and feel your emotions. I encourage my clients to feel their emotions rather than stuff them down and pile them up in the middle of the living room. The living room. So, the three things: your life, your vibration, your intentions. Your life has to be together, in other words. You ain't going nowheres without your life being together. Do something today to put your life back together without missing your SP. That you want your SP, I get it, but your life is your life. It should not depend on your SP. You autonomously as a person need to represent something. You should have your personality. You should have your life together with or without this SP. When you're ready to say, with or without you, darling, lovely SP, I'm fucking happy, here they are. But if you're dwelling on it and you're feeling sorry for yourself and you're coming up with all the reasons why they don't like you or they don't love you, all the reasons why it's not going to work and all this shit, forget it. Forget it. You should be like, when I want you, I got you. Vibrationally, you tell them to come and get it. But you're not empowered to do that if you're feeling sorry for yourself and if you still feel like you need them to be complete. Stop putting marriage on a pedestal. Stop putting kids on a pedestal. Put yourself, your godly self, your golden Buddha status and self on the fucking pedestal, man. You'll always win. And again, this doesn't mean you treat people, unkind or that you get on over somebody or that you are a narcissist. No, but first order of business is taking care of you. Again, your life needs to be in order. Your vibration needs to be in order, at least most of the time. And finally, your intentions going out into the world in this setting will always result in manifestation of whatever kind you want, and SP is included. You are making it a big deal, but it isn't a big deal. Okay, why is it for some people money is a big deal, SP is no big deal, or maybe it's both for you, there are big deals, but it's always connected with something that you've been taught before. It's not intrinsically true that it is a big deal. It's a big deal for you because you continue making it a big deal, not willing to be bold in steps like cutting that person off if they're not behaving correctly and going again back to the drawing board to reconstruct your emotions, your feelings, your intentions. Remember, if you're unhealed, they're unhealed. Meaning, if you don't have it together, they're going to mirror back to you exactly what you need to work on. They're not there to hurt you. They're not there to spite you. It's not like that. You created this theater for yourself in this earthly experience to learn something, to upgrade. So this is what it's all about. Different frequency means different version. So you see how you don't really have to try so hard to manifest anybody back, make them say anything, receive a proposal, blah, 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 even meet a fresh SP from scratch. You don't need to fucking, either way it's easy. But on a different frequency, when you reside, when you're a resident of a new leveled up frequency, that version, it's there. It's already there. But if you're not going to do that, you will still encounter the same shit show. And in my opinion, in my professional opinion, it's best that you're not manifesting them at all, because it's better that way for you not to even see the shitty version or a worse version. Maybe you can't even imagine a worse version, but it exists, trust me. So it's for your own benefit to not manifest them back at all and not see anything that will spook you further. rather than going back to the drawing board and really honestly, okay, this time around, really understand the mechanism is within you. It's all going to operate once it will click in within you that, first of all, you'll never lose them. They will never go anywhere. I don't care if they're married with 15 children, okay, to somebody else. I've seen everything in my coaching. Now, again, you don't need to break moral code of any kind. You can just jump into a reality in which this person was going to get a divorce anyway. All of these things, they're not taboo. It's just life. There are many, plusieurs in French, many parallel realities that you are completely welcome to jump into on any given day, in any given minute. The struggle is entirely internal. So if you're still shaky, it's okay. But understand that nothing's going to happen, or you should be happy that nothing's happening if you're still shaky, because you're going to only see the shaky manifestation. When you're rock solid, you're no longer worried. You're no longer second guessing your, manifestation. You're second guessing what it is you're manifesting, or you're still looking for a sign. Darling, you're creating the signs. The signs that you see, you're creating them. That's how powerful you are. So asking for signs is like, please confirm to me that I am God, that I'm the golden Buddha, which you already should go in knowing that. This is how you're even able to see things around you. I said this in many videos and audios on my channel, that you're creating your house or your apartment every single time you come back home. Now think how powerful that is. So NSP is nothing to you. It's just the program with which you're operating is faulty, and that program does not contain this SP. You need to be bold in your actions and not be afraid to take action in 3D, because nobody's going to do it for you. Not even I, quite frankly. So, let me see my notes. Rendezvousing on the right frequency with that SP versus rendezvousing on the wrong frequency with this still shitty version of your SP is the entire shebang. You want your SP back, you better be ready yourself internally, be ready be on the right frequency, have your life together, be authentically proud of what you accomplished, and then listen, even see if you still want them back. And if the answer is yes, fantastic, I want you to have your SP. But approaching this from the same premise and pretending like it has to work, it is never going to work. You need yourself a total upgrade. Okay, you haven't upgraded your software in quite some time. You know how your phone gets an upgrade every now and again? Okay, I've just upgraded my phone the other day. It starts, all the apps start working smoother. It's the same thing for you. You need to upgrade your software. There's nothing else happening. And then energetically, when you feel this clean slate, when you're ready to manifest your SP, there will be no question in your mind. Yes, I can snap my fingers just like that and they will be right back. And I'm so happy. You will be happy at that moment that you understand and that you took the time to understand and work on yourself, because your fruits of labor will be worth it. It will be worth it, spending all that time on yourself, knowing you're doing it once and for all, not to go back to square one all over again. Excuse me. But I have to stress, in some cases, this person has been really unkind to you. So that you still playing along with that, this is something for you to kind of like figure out not to do anymore. Okay, again, as a coach, even if you'll end up in my coaching, if you're lucky enough to be in my coaching, you will realize that only so much I can say, and I will give you 100 zillion% of my gold and genius, but it's up to you to take action on it. And that, quite frankly, you need to take to the bank everything that I'm giving you. So, but if you don't take action and you continue playing into the old scenarios, playing the old victim role, tolerating bullshit you shouldn't, not taking any action towards your self-development, what can you do with that? Don't worry, I'll wait. This is why a lot of people are mispleased. So, in sum, make sure your life is together. Make sure your vibration is consistent, not just 1 day, 1 hour, 1 minute, consistent. Make sure you understand that you're the ruler of the universe. Nobody's holding this manifestation away from you. In a minute, you'll click into this vibration of, I don't need anybody. I have everything right here, right now. All parallel realities are available to me in that sense, and I can have anybody. You're making a big deal out of it, but it isn't a fucking big deal. It could happen tomorrow. The only thing that needs to happen is you need to become congruent with the frequency, i.e. reality, that you say you want to be a part of. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. And you can wait forever. And so calm down, drink some chamomile tea, and think about really vibrationally, where are you at today? And vibration equals world. That's it. How you're vibrating, it vibrates things into existence, like everything, your 360 bubble, as it were. So lying about where you really are vibrationally, and then on top of it saying, well, I don't know why they're not back yet. I don't know why they treated me this way. Okay, this is where I come in with some truth and kind of like unapologetic ruthlessness in some way, and telling you, well, look at what you've lived before and what kind of deductions did you make from this experience. This is why. Does not make you a victim if you completely just look at it as some shitty art form that was presented to you and you took it as a rule book of life. Toss this in the garbage, create your own book of life, rule book of life. And then when you're like a kid in a fucking Disneyland and in a candy store, whatever the fuck you want to call it, then you make your own rules, then you make your own intentions. And then when you're that vibrationally empowered, because you suddenly realize, shit, I've been a golden Buddha of my life and I've been selling out. Yes. You've been, I don't know, a Givenchy bag or some Christian Dior bag, and you've been selling out like a Chinatown copy, okay? Down there somewhere, downtown in Manhattan. That's what you've been doing. You need to reclaim the original, the golden Buddha genius status. It's within every single person. Yes, even within you. That you're not claiming it and you're behaving like a knockoff in Chinatown. That's the entire fucking problem, right? Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you during my live. Get your questions ready. And if you have any questions about my coaching, again, all the information from me is below. Until next time, ciao ciao. Big kiss.